All right, here we go. Today is another. We're gonna delve into. We're gonna delve into breaking down the logic in another one of these. Keven Samuels is the scourge of the earth videos. So the title of this video is Keven Samuels is creating involuntary women of the night, and guess who's glad? Ah, okay. I have not watched this video all the way through. I've seen parts of it, but you get the general idea. This is pretty much a Keven Samuel is a scourge of the earth. Another one. I'm sure they're gonna slip in. He's gay somewhere in there. And there's a question I got. It. Why does the gay community let people bash? They let black women bash black men using being gay as a derogatory statement. Why doesn't the gay or LGBT community come out and say, "Hey, you got to find another derogatory term to use for these men as opposed to being gay"? When are they gonna step up? But see, the black women in the LGBT community walk hand in hand, and everybody gives the black woman a pass for doing this. But it's just sad, that they have to see. You have to resort to stuff like that when there's no other way. And the last, a personal attack is up there, but the last resort is confusion. Their last resort is confusion. They always create confusion or conflict of morality to say, hey, you are being misled doing this. It's like Eve in the Garden of Eden. She used conflict of morality to get the man off of his program by trying to convince him that God was misleading him. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can look it up and tell me later. Anyway, let's move on because I want to get through this video. The video is pretty long. It's 23 minutes. And I talk too much, so let's get through it.
Until the very end of this video to get an end card to the other part of this collaboration. If you want to watch both parts now, join the Parkland Media YouTube channel's channel membership so you can get that plus much, much more. Thanks again for watching and see you at the end.
What's going on? This is Faith of the Faith Factor.
And this is CK from the Commendable K YouTube channel.
We are going to go ahead and break down this latest fiasco of Keven Samuels, all the smoke.
Ladies, bring the smoke.
Yeah.
Some of the women were saying that their boyfriends and husbands told them to call, and Keven.
Here we go. Here's another. We're gonna bring the smoke to Keven. All right, let's get to it.
Knows he's being weaponized against women, men who are abusive, men who don't want to get women anything on Valentine's Day or Christmas or their birthday or anniversary, men who live substandard.
So far, have any of you heard Keven say any of what he just said, or amen, or preach that, or? I personally have not heard Keven say any of what he just said, but he just claimed that Keven said this. Keven is in agreement with this or pushes this program. So that's the first lie. Okay, we're going to keep on going.
Men who don't aspire to anything, Keven is a godsend to them because they can simply send a...
Now, when did Keven say Keven is the exact opposite of what he said. Keven is looked up to by people who are trying to accomplish something, right? Guys that aren't trying to accomplish stuff are the guys that hate Keven, right? However, This guy just said another lie saying that. But anyway, let's continue.
Woman or a girl a link to one of his streams, and the women who will watch his video will see him beat up on other women using nonsensical arguments.
He don't have to beat up on nobody. If they would come in acting like they got sense, like they would with a white person talking to them, there wouldn't be no problem. But they don't do that. They come in and they think because they got a cultural, same cultural, cultural beginnings as Kevin. They think they got the room to everybody think they got the room to just disrespect black men. They don't have to talk to them any kind of way because black men are supposed to just accept any type of behavior. So the man puts a behavioral standard out there. Now we got a problem. White man tell you, hey, get in this line. You want this money? Give me your email address. Give me your social security number. Be back here at this time. Yes, boss. You running around in circles so you can get that little SNAP money or WIC money or whatever, right? Here's black man just telling you, hey, you can't overtalk me. My name is on this show. When I start talking, I mean, you got to stop. He laying the groundwork for it. You understand that, right? But no, that's too much. You're going too far asking black women to behave like they got sense with black men.
Arguments, straw man arguments, deflecting, moving the goalposts.
Yeah, women and simps. Like seems like that's where you at, brother. But I sent these people I always invite people on. I sent them I be sending these people invites to come on and talk about it. But my platform, that's why I would like it if those of you that, are in agreement with the way I present things would subscribe. Don't just watch, subscribe. That way my platform could be big enough. Because see, these people feel like, you just a peon. I don't need to go on. I need to talk to you. I feel like Muhammad Ali against Joe Frazier when Joe Frazier was running from him. I mean, not Joe Frazier, but who's the first dude that he beat? Oh man, you guys know who I'm talking about. The first heavyweight that Muhammad Ali beat and got the title from this dude. That dude was ducking Muhammad Ali for about 2 years, and Muhammad Ali knew he could get him, but because Muhammad Ali didn't have that back in, the guy wouldn't fight him. Anyway, these people don't want to come on my platform because they say, oh, you only got 18 subscribers. Why would I need to come on your platform and talk to you? It's a waste of time. And I agree, it is a waste of time for them. For me, it's not. For me, I would be like, hey, we could actually sit down and talk. I don't care if I got 1 subscriber. Just to sit down and chop it up about what you actually saying. But I understand from their perspective. That's why please subscribe and like. That way, my channel could get big enough to where when I invite these people, I'm going to show you that I sent them an email inviting them on. Like I send out emails, but I sent them an email inviting them to come on, and I never got a response from them. Here's the email. You guys can look at it right here. This is the email I sent to them, asking them to, come on and let's talk about it. But obviously, they looked at my channel and they said, hey, this dude only got 18 subscribers. What the heck would we come on there for? We trying to get views. I get it. Got you. I'm trying to talk about this. See, I don't care if I got 1 subscriber or no subscribers. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. But they don't want to. I understand. So, from a business perspective, I get it. So, please help me if you feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Please help me by subscribing and getting other people to subscribe so that I can invite these clowns on the show on a live stream and just break them down like popsicle sticks. Anyway, moving forward.
Can psychologically mess a lot of people up.
Exactly. He told one woman that she was expecting too much because she didn't want her high value man to cheat, that she was thinking too much of herself.
And that
no. He wouldn't tell her that she was thinking too much of herself. He was telling her the truth. The truth is, a man with those kind of options, you probably gonna cheat, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not. See, that's the only thing. If you have the knowledge or not, that's the thing. He tried to prepare them for the situation. Hey, guys in that type of situation, but you don't know. See, but this lady talking, you don't know no men like that. You ain't talking to no men like that. You think a married man gonna come out here and say, yeah, I cheat all the time. They're not gonna say that over here on the open lines. They're gonna say it in confidence to other people, other men. I'm a man. I know. I've seen all kind of situations, and I ain't even talking about quote unquote high value. Just regular cats on the street who got the option to be with other women. They may do it. And they got a good woman at home. They got everything going on, but they just, for whatever their personal reason, and women too. Women have a good dude there. But we know why most women cheat. I do, at least. Anyway, I may reveal that later in this video. Anyway, let's move on because we got a lot to get to.
She should expect to share men. Women are wrong for not wanting to share men.
The women are not wrong for wanting to share men. You are not being realistic. You're not being realistic. If you think women are sharing men anyway, bro, I don't know why you acting like, oh, women are not sharing men. I mean, maybe you just know women are sharing men, just like men are sharing women. But the only difference is men are not, what's the word I want to use? Men have the luxury of being able to share women openly. Most men are not going to want to be shared openly. Most men knowing that they're sharing a woman with another man, I would say the overwhelming 99% of them would say, that is crazy. I'm not sharing you with no man. They may do it for a minute or two, but after they come to their senses, they say, I'm not doing that. Whereas a woman would say, I'm not going to give up this lifestyle I got just because I'm sharing this man with him. With her. So I'm sharing a man with her. So what? But that's her decision. If she, and some women would say, oh no, well, I'm not going to do that. And then some women would say, yeah, they understand. Hey, this is a guy making that kind of money, man. That guy's not working 40 hours a week. He's not getting off at Friday at 5 o'clock and coming home from the plant. This guy is all over the place. He's working when he's at home. He's working when he's gone. He's on airplane flights. This guy is all over the road, man. He's never going to be. He's got to get little pleasures when he can. Other than that, he's grinding trying to make it happen. Most of those guys are like that. I don't know what these people are talking about. So far, unsubstantiated claims.
Because when it boils down to it, everybody wants a high value man, so you guys got to share. But in fact, a high value man is what's in someone's mind. Because what's high value to one person might be low value to someone else. A lot of women are calling.
You're talking about a general perspective that most women have of high value, which is a guy that's making a certain amount of money a year, annually. The average woman ain't looking for no high value in her mind, dude. She's looking for a high value financially, number one. And if she can get a guy who got a good character, number two, if she can. But a lot of women don't even wait for that. They'll just jump in. See, you guys not being honest. You guys not being honest. But that's why you didn't want to talk to me. Because I was going to rip you up like Tony the Tiger.
In because they're lonely and they want dating advice, when in actuality they're going to get picked apart, because Keven Samuels is not here to help you date, get married, or build your relationship. There are people who have said, oh, you saved my marriage, but if you lower your expectations and look the other way, let him cheat in peace, let him put his hands on you, let him hide money.
When has he told anybody to do any of that? The man just said, this is what you need to expect if that's what you're trying to. If you're trying to be with a high value dude, quote unquote, then there's some things that come with that. There's some things that's going to come with that big house. There's some things that's going to come with that big car. There's some things that's going to come with them fur coats. It ain't going to be all the Disneyland fairy tale. It's going to be some things that come with that. Now, he asked the question, are you sure that's what you want? And if you do want that, this is the way you should go about getting it. Right? What are you talking about, man?
Do financial abuse. If you allow all this stuff to happen and you're programmed and you're brainwashed, of course you're going to be gleeful and ignore the dysfunction and trauma that you're in, like Derek Street Meat Jackson's wife.
You're going
but you talking about Derek Jackson. You talking just like him. You talking just like him. So I don't know why you try to separate yourself from Derek Jackson. You talking right in his line.
to be running into women that are not settling like you, and they are living more happy and fulfilled lives as a result, because not all men cheat. Not all high value men are like this. Keven is
You don't even know no high value men. Stop. Neither one of y'all don't know no high value man. Stop it.
grooming women into having this mentality. The men that tell their girlfriends and wives to call into the show, these are men with no game, and so they need Keven Samuels to program their wives, like the Stepford wives. They're basically like, Keven, help my wife, she won't let me cheat, she's got her foot in my behind on everything, and I
Another unsubstantiated claim. God, man, it must be nice to be a black woman, man. You can just say whatever. Bro, you don't have to have no numbers. You don't have to have no proof. You can just say whatever and just speak it. I saw a three-headed cat yesterday. Oh, well, you can just speak whatever you want into existence, bro. Or at least try to make it into existence.
can't get away with nothing, and I think she's on the verge of leaving me, and I can't get this woman under control. Help, Keven.
When has I ain't never seen no man say that to Keven, or, man, see what I'm saying? The black woman, man, she can just say whatever, bro. It don't have to be substantiated. It don't have to be true. Truth. We don't need no truth. We can just say what we want to say. If this the way we feel, that's the way I feel about it. That's the way it is. or I'll make it be that way. I'll infer it so far to just like, see, the question is why. Now, it's wrong, in my opinion, to say stuff that's not right and then mislead people into thinking something other than what's correct. Why are women so good at misleading people into hell? Why? Now, this woman is trying to suggest that Keven is the problem, when actually she and this guy are the problem, because they misleading the people, misquoting him, laying out his program, so that the people will be thinking, oh, Keven is just this bad person. Just a man that put on put one leg in one pair of pants and one leg in the other leg in a pair of pants every day, just like the rest of us. But you building them up so you can tear them down. That's crazy. Anyway, let's move on, man, because I'm going to really get into it then.
Keven, help. You got these guys sending out the SOS. And so Keven is there to save the day. He's Captain Save-A-Bomb.
Definitely trying to take a...
Wait a minute. Captain Save-A-Bomb. This dude deal with dudes that's making six figures and up all day long. I guess these dudes making six figures are bums, right? They go out and they take over the world. They do all this stuff all over the world. They move and shake everything, but they need Keven Samuels to talk to their wife. Man, get out of here, man.
It goes back to the days of Color Purple. Reminds me of the old men that used to drive around in the streets in their Cutlass with the 20-inch rims, triple gold spokes, trying to talk to underage girls.
This dude right here, man. This man talking. Wow, man. Wow. I didn't know simping and pandering. I thought Derek Jackson was on top of that, but a new contender emerges. Absolutely.
who are walking to school or walking home from school. His rhetoric is equivalent to the different things they used to program women who were moms to let their men have access to their daughters.
Ooh.
Now, I've been listening to Keven for years. I never heard him trying to get men to program their women so that they can have access to their daughters physically and sexually. But see how they slowly lay in the case. See, this is wickedness. It's wickedness right in front of you. They being wicked. They never have talked to the man and said to the man, hey, you know what? Is this your platform? This is what I believe your platform is about. They never even asked the man. They never asked the man. They killing the man with conjecture. Meaning this is what they saying. It don't got to be true or not. It's the conjecture. It ain't even true. But they throwing it out there. Now they putting the man out there as he's a child. They putting it out there like he's okay in child molestation. Man, and you know what the bad part about it is? These two probably ain't got 2 nickels to rub. If he was to sue them, they probably wouldn't have nothing to gain from it. He probably wouldn't have nothing to gain from it.
Remember that Tyler Perry movie? The mother in that movie had 2 daughters, and the one daughter was the daughter of her husband that she married, and then she had the other daughter prior to marrying the rich man. And the rich man at some point got tired of her, and he asked her for her daughter, or else he was going to get rid of her and she wouldn't have that lifestyle that she loves so much.
So you trying to say Keven is that's what Keven is teaching and supporting. Man, this is beyond wicked. This is beyond wicked. No wonder Eve did what she did, because a lot of women just have a natural tendency for wickedness, and it's so easy for them to find a simp to go along with the wickedness, man. And before he know it, he's caught up in the wickedness, and then he don't even realize how wicked it is. This man don't even realize how wicked it is. You talking about a man? See, men don't do that, man. A man, if I got a problem with a man, I'm gonna come straight to him. Just like I sent you that email, I'm gonna come straight to you and ask you. But you put this video out, I'm gonna say something about it now.
Because she wanted to protect her lifestyle so much, she was willing to offer her other daughter up as a sacrifice to her husband.
Now, check this out. That says something about the woman, right? That says something about the woman. But even then, that was messed up for the man to do, and that was messed up for the woman to do. But, you know, they don't put no heat on the woman. They put the heat on the men, right?
Little girl grew up being molested by her stepfather. So then you fast forward.
I got to say it like Charlie Murphy. What the F does that got to do with this situation? What the F did that got to do with Keven Samuels?
To when the husband died and the second daughter got old enough, well, the mother, in order to continue to live her lifestyle, she's auctioning off the younger daughter to the highest bidder. And the younger daughter, she had her set up to marry an abusive older man. And she told her younger daughter that sometimes you have to put up with stuff like that in order to live the lifestyle that you want to live. And this is the advice that she was giving to the younger daughter. So
that should say something about the woman, right? What does that got to do with Keven? Keven ain't never gave nobody that advice. He said, you're going to have to deal with some things if you think it ain't going to be all peaches and cream if you wanted it. And these guys got options. You're either going to have to be at the top of your game at every level, because if you slip one moment, but even though these guys got options, man, they're all over they're flying all over the continent, they're flying all over the world. You think they're not going to run into women and they're not going to trip and slip and fall or something? Come on, man. That's all he's trying to tell them. He's trying to prep them for the reality of a long-term relationship with these kind of guys.
When I hear the older women that call into Keven Samuels show saying that, yeah, I would let my man cheat. Sometimes you just gotta, let them do what they want to do. I feel sorry for these women if they have daughters, because this is exactly what they would do to their daughters in order to maintain a lifestyle where they.
Okay. So now, because a woman would say, okay, I understand that's how that's going to happen. Let's take exactly like Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates sat down and said, I understand that you want to spend time with this chick on, certain parts of the year, every year. I got that. So Melinda Gates now, because she agreed to that, now she's finna give away her daughters to Bill Gates. Stop, man. You sound stupid. That is such a low percentage situation. I mean, you sound stupid.
They don't have to work or do anything.
The name of the movie was Medea's Family Reunion. During a confrontation, the character Vanessa reveals a secret to her younger sister that Victoria, the mom, allowed her second husband,
talking about this movie?
Lisa's father, Lisa's younger sister,
this shit ain't got nothing to do with Keven.
Vanessa in order to keep him in the marriage. This rhetoric that Keven is spewing is the same programming that had the character Victoria sacrifice her daughter to keep a man that she did.
Man, no. Okay. Now it's time for receipts. Y'all been talking all this mess about Keven. Cool, no problem. Now it's time for some receipts. You need to go and find where Keven said, hey, you know what? If you can't do it, you need to step back and let your daughter step in the role. You need to find where Keven said that. But you ain't gonna find it, because I believe the man don't look at it that way. But y'all, because you're a black woman, you can just say whatever. It doesn't have to be substantiated. Don't have facts. We don't need no facts. We don't need no proof. We don't need no numbers. I just can say what I want to say. Slandering the man. You slandering the man, basically saying he is for child pornography, child molestation. You slandering the man. You slandering this man. I hope you know that. You basically saying he's trying to train women to do something like that. If I was him, man, and I had the time and the money, I'd crush you for doing that.
To be high value, when in actuality he might have been high value, but he was, like you said, Faith, low quality.
And not only that, but she put all this value on the man while also lowering the value of her daughter. And this is essentially what Keven Samuels tells these women. He said that women are not equal to men.
No, they're not. They are not. Not in a relationship. Maybe you equal on the job, and you equal in having having to be your personal space respected and your safety. But as far as in a relationship, no. A man is supposed to lead in a relationship, according to the Bible. That's according to the Bible. A man is supposed to be in charge. Now, if you ain't supposed to be in charge, then what are we doing? We burning this book? We like Jim Jones, we burning the book? What are we doing here? We going off of tried and true stuff that worked already. You think you got all these societies that built up because women was leading them? Are you kidding me? You see where what happens when women lead. Look at the hyena population. The women lead that. That is a women-led situation. How's that going? No, the only time women gonna lead is if they work harder than the men. That's it. Like the ant population or the bee population, where they just gonna they just have a hive mentality. They have a hive mentality, and they just gonna just outwork everybody until they dead. But usually that's not usual. The usual is the men that's gonna outwork everybody. especially in male female relationships with human beings. Men are supposed to be in a leadership role. They're supposed to be in that situation.
Is the danger of that rhetoric, because just because men and women are different does not mean that we are not equal. We're equal, but we're different.
Did you hear that? That's stupid. We're not equal. Not when it comes to relationships. Period. The relationship should be around the man. That's why so many women are messed up. That's why so many single moms. That's why, because you're going into a relationship thinking we equal, and you're not equal. You're not. You should be building yourself around the character of a man. The character of a man. But you build yourself around the physique of a man and the look of a man, and then the character is nowhere to be found in there. And then you get babies dropped on you, and then now you go out here and you say, where are the simps? The simps should be around here. Somebody ought to take me with this other man's children. Somebody should. A good black man to take me with somebody else's children.
He always likes to bring up to women, when they bring it up to him about equality, he always says, well, what woman has built any nation? Here's how they should respect.
Other than hyenas, bees, and ants, name us where women have built a society, at least when it comes to human beings.
On to that question whenever he says stuff like that about men building with their hands and all of this, as if we're still building with our hands in this day and age. I would ask Keven Samuels.
We ain't building nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing like that. If y'all do, it's like 0.0001% of you. Compared to men out there, please stop, man. Stop. That's another thing, creating confusion. Just ain't confusing. It's more men out there, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, roofers. Come on, stop. Stop with the bullshit, man. You see, because you know that this is. So the last line of defense is confusion. Create confusion. That's what they're trying to do. Create confusion. Just like Eve. Oh, God, if God really loved you, see, nothing happened to me. I ate the fruit. Nothing happened to me. Yeah. You wasn't directly told not to eat it. Of course, nothing happened to you. Nothing happened when you ate the fruit. It's when the man ate the fruit. That's when the problem came. But you ain't equal. If you was equal, when you ate the fruit, everything would have went to hell then. But it didn't. It only went to hell when the man ate the fruit. And when the man stepped off his square, that's when the whole world went bananas, according to the book. Anyway, moving on.
What man gives birth to the men who build nations? If it were not for women giving...
Please. A 10-year-old girl can give birth. You act like that's such a... God already set that up. You ain't got to do nothing but lay down, take the seed, germinate it, and then give it back. Yeah, it's painful, but that's not my problem. That's on you. That situation already been set up. So don't say out here, oh, I'm doing such a great work. You ain't doing. You just, please. You already set up to give me that, to take the seed, germinate it, and give it back. So what, you having babies? So what? A 10-year-old girl can have a baby if you put a seed in her. A 12-year-old, whatever one is menstruating, they can have a baby. You act like you doing such a hard, something that a little girl couldn't do. Not a little girl, but you know what I mean. A girl that's menstruating couldn't do. Stop. Nobody's saying that having a baby is easy, but what difference does that make? What does that have to do with the whole building of society thing? What does that have to do with it? Nothing.
Giving birth to the men who build nations, there would be no men to build anything. Checkmate.
Not checkmate. We just go get somebody else. What you talking about? So we don't have you. We go get somebody else. What you mean checkmate?